The college football experience week 4 pregame show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with the promo code TCESGPN to score up to $1,000 in bonus cash, folks. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm.
This is Jerry Glanville, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride, brother.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo-wee. Welcome to the college football experience pre-game show. It's early. Almost didn't make the call. I was feeling a little, maybe had a little bit of vodka last night. Thought, hey, I'd make it in time. And I ended up sleeping a little bit past the alarm, but I got here in time. All right. I got here in time. YouTube.com/the college experience. Hit that like and subscribe button, because if last night was a sample of week 4 of what we're going to get the rest of the way. Woo! God damn, every game last night was a banger. Man, I mean, I had Illinois money line save my ass, and in-game live wager with Washington State, but I still had Washington State -11. I still had Syracuse minus the points as well. So I still had a crazy day. Illinois hitting the money line though. I had a positive day between that and the CFL as well. That happened, but yeah, crazy stuff over there. I couldn't help but laugh at shout out to the chat. Everyone's in the chat. Appreciate them. YouTube.com/the college experience. I appreciate Paul Truitt. Say, wow, what happened to App State? Yes, we got that wrong. We did get that wrong. But my favorite line was this one. He goes, well, first he goes, I don't know anyone who knows anything about college football. And he goes, and you people are selling these picks. Fuck are you talking about, Paul? When have I ever sold a fucking pick? And I don't know if you know this. If I never got a game wrong, I would never fucking talk to you people. All right. I would be sitting on a yacht in fucking Bora Bora. All right. And never talking to you people. You people. Oh, what a world. What a fucking world. Yeah. You'll lose sometimes, dude. We try to put our heads together and pick the best winners. Yeah. Anyway, games last night were fucking insane. If you love football, the games last night were fucking insane. And Nebraska fans are being little bitches. If I see this one more time where they're trying to use that play out of bounds, like one of the final plays, the guy like stays in bounds and he barely steps out and the guy kind of hits him. Shut the fuck up. It should never be a penalty. We see that all the time. Never called. It should never be a penalty. And if you're gonna claim, that they missed a face mask on a 4th down that would have took 7 points off the board for Nebraska, who scored a couple of plays later. Anyway, I haven't got a lot of sleep. Clark knows what I'm talking about. You people, You people, I'm saying people that like to talk shit. You know what I mean? I hate people that assume that every single pick is going to be right. And that assume that I sell picks, because we've never sold one fucking pick. I've never sold one goddamn pick my entire life. So I'm going to say you people. All right. We got some fire games today though. The slate is pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, the 9 a.m. slate's the weakest, or the noon Eastern, whatever. But let's start. I got some bets placed already. I got Clemson minus the points. The Pussy Pack have beaten Clemson the past couple years. They've played, and I think there's blood in the water. NC State has looked awful this year, and Grayson McCall, aka Big Bird, is not playing. I mean, CJ Bailey, who might be good in the future, this is his first ever start. It's not a fun experience, I would imagine, to start your first game in probably the hardest place to play in the ACC. So I will lay the points with Clemson. I also think the fact that they've had such recent success against the Clemson Tigers has Dabo saying, "Oh, there's blood in the water. Let's put it on these bitches." All right. So I have bet that one. I know historically NC State just gives them games. They've been playing since the 1800s. I feel like it's more often than not it's a close game, but not here. Not here. Let's go. I also bet Tulane. I know it's a back-to-back road, and I hate traditionally betting on a team on a back-to-back away, but I feel like they're really desperate. They should have beat Kansas State 2 weeks ago. They kept it somewhat close against Oklahoma. They can't afford 3 straight losses. They can't. So that's a desperation play. All right. Get on over there. That's a 9 a.m. kick. Bet the hell out of that. Yeah, right there. That's how about that for a little 9 a.m. parlay? What else? What else do I like? There's a bunch of other games going on at 9 a.m. that I haven't bet. Oh, I need a call. I didn't even have enough time to go get the coffee. I know NC Nick locked up Army minus the points. That's one he likes. Patty C's on JMU plus the points against North Carolina, obviously. Florida, Mississippi State is a complete shit fest. But I think Hail State's going to cover. I see it at 7.5 right now. Tell you what I kind of like here. I kind of like Kansas to beat West Virginia. I think you're coming off the backyard brawl, very emotional game. Kansas really 1-2, but easily could be 3-0. I mean, that Illinois game was very close. And then last week against UNLV, you know, if they recover that fumble that hit like 10 players on their defense's hands, then I think they win that game. So in an alternate universe, they're 3-0 there. I just think they can create the big play. West Virginia never creates the big play under this offense. So I'll take the I'll take the Jayhawks. Also, Big 12 action. I think the Houston Cougs are live in that game against Cincinnati. If you're looking for money line plays, I mean, I don't know, 9 a.m. money line plays. I would say like if Kansas is such a short yapper, it doesn't make any sense. To give that out as a tout. I would say if you're looking for that juicy money line play, it'd probably be Mississippi State for the 9 a.m. game. But man, they look like shit. So I'd say Mississippi State or Houston is your play. Clark saying you like Cincinnati. That could be true too. I mean, I don't know. I just Satterfield's always so. It's a gamble to ride with Satterfield because teams always penalized. Houston's been improving each week though, so. I'll tell you one though. At 9:45, I think the Ohio Bobcats can stay within 20 points against Kentucky. It wouldn't shock me if this thing was one possession game in the fourth quarter. Ball State Central Michigan going on. Central Michigan laying 6.5 or 6. I lean Central Michigan, but no strong play there. Here's what I got. The Arkansas State Red Wolves. Lock it up. And 21 points against Iowa State? The hell am I missing here? The hell am I missing? Hey!
11-11.
Give it up for the host of the NBA Gambling Podcast and the WNBA Gambling Podcast. You probably had a night like myself, sitting back, had a few cocktails, and next thing you know, this alarm clock's going off. And I'm sitting there like, oh shit, do I really got to get up? How are you? Give it up for Terrell Bourbon Jr.
Yeah, whoa. Where did I go? I didn't mean to press that, buddy.
No, I don't got. There's no audio.
Oh, nope. No audio?
Yeah. Do you guys hear Terrell? Because I don't.
Oh, wait.
Does the chat hear Terrell? Because I certainly do not.
Yeah. They do hear. Oh, so it's him, not me. Okay. All right. Haha. Yeah. Well, since Kobe can't hear me, chat. I faded Kobe last night. That's why I'm so late. 2:30 in the morning on the East Coast, watching those San Jose State dogs get it done.
YouTube.com/the college experience. We're having technical difficulties here. Ableton out.
It's so funny because Kobe can't hear me, and it's just like he has no idea that I sweated San Diego State to the end. They didn't get the outright win, but oh man, what a game! What a game!
I do not know why. I'll be right back. You talk to the fine people. Let me see if I can restart this.
Oh yeah, I can definitely talk to the people. It was a very, very, very good win. Hey, dogs went 3-0 last night. 3-0 ATS, 2-1 straight up. Games were just amazing. Absolutely amazing. San Jose State, shout out to them. All right. Let's see here. I don't know what happened with the audio on Kobe's side. Wow, now my app doesn't want to work. Don't know what happened on Kobe's side. It's kind of crazy because I was the one that was late today, and now Kobe can't hear, so Kobe has to leave. Kobe just went. Yeah, I agree, Mr. Fat Matt. Kobe just wanted to get up out of there. He was waiting for me to take over the stream so I could do all the heavy lifting today. So, yeah, I do have plays today. Kind of out of order, a little bit of out of order in terms of what I'm playing today, but one play that I am making that I'll just go ahead and talk about, Oklahoma. And I know I'm jumping around, but Kobe normally does the whole chronological order thing. Oklahoma plus, we'll see if the line changed this morning. It was 7 last night. Somebody let me know if it changed. I'm trying to pull up my apps, but some reason I just got to restart my whole phone. I don't know what's going there. But Oklahoma plus 7 against Tennessee, and I understand everybody is on Nico. I think Oklahoma actually I have Georgia Tech. That's my biggest dog. We'll talk about that later. But so Oklahoma, and I mean, I understand how good Nico looks right now. I really, really do. But I don't understand is why is he getting so much credit for beating a group of nobodies? Did you see the NC State game last night? I think I was giving him more credit until I watched NC State play against La Tech last week and how bad they look. And this is before Grayson McCall went out, by the way. They look bad with Grayson McCall in the lineup. So I think it's an offense problem. Like, I really, really do just think it's an offense problem. And the fact that NC State just has a really bad offense. So I mean, I don't know. I don't credit anything Tennessee's done. Whereas I know when I was deployed with a diehard Oklahoma fan, like one of those diehard Oklahoma fans from Oklahoma. Like he is absolutely insane. And one of the things he would tell me, and he'd be like, "Yo, our boosters, quote unquote boosters or whatever, they're really really hard on Venables, and and when it comes to these games like this, Venables really really has to step up his game. Like he has to put everything on the table because that's going to be his job." And essentially, like they don't want to get rid of him because how Lincoln Riley left him in the middle of the night. But it's like, yo, Blake and Riley can't go out here and have the success that he did against LSU, get a win, and look all good. And the fact is that Oklahoma defense really, really needs to step up in a big spot. So that's where I'm at. I think it's an under game. I think it's a Oklahoma just kind of keeps things close. Maybe they were in it for the money line win at the end, but that's what I'm talking about there. Wow, Kobe really left and just left. That is insane. All right, let's cut the phone back on. Let's start getting into some chronological order here. And first, I'm going to talk about, well, let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's check the chat. There we go. Let's check the chat and see what the chat's talking about. 26 parlays. Oh my God. Oh man. Uh can't sleep at 2 because I don't get off till 5. Crazy. Crazy. Uh, Georgia Tech is a good pick. Yeah, man. Hey, did you see the Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes Georgia Tech promo? If nobody else has seen it, look at what WWE's doing with Georgia Tech, and they're just putting together straight cinema promos. That's one reason why I'm on Georgia Tech today. When the Tribal Chief and the WWE Champion do a promo on the field, you win that week. Like it doesn't matter what happens, you win that week. So that's one of the reasons, and the fact that you got Brett Key, who's so good as a dog, and I'm trying to pull up the ATS numbers, but he's really, really good as a dog there. I'm not sold on this Louisville team. I think this Louisville team is getting the same line that Kentucky got against South Carolina a couple weeks ago. And remember when we was on South Carolina beat the crap out of them, even though they were on the road. I think this is one of those same spots where Louisville's kind of being looked at for last year's achievements because they played nobody yet. And this Georgia Tech team has shown, if anything, they're going to keep these games close. Like they're going to keep these games close. They kept it close up there in Syracuse against Kyle Honda McCord, and they didn't just keep it close across the pond. They also won outright playing against Florida State. Now I know that's not a good win, but they win as a dog. Like that's the points where you want to bet Brett Key. Brett Key gets his teams gets them ready when they're least expecting it. Kobe, are you
My
back? Can you hear me?
my apologies. I got you. Thank you for holding it down. And you know what I think it was I did the show on Sports Grid last night,
Uh-huh.
and you switch the audio setting for. I mean, this is something I don't know that the audience really cares to hear, but I'm saying my point is you switch the audio setting, so it's a different format than what we normally record at. So then
Uh-huh.
when I jumped in today, yeah, I wouldn't have noticed unless I had somebody else on the line. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
anyway, my apologies.
I
Thank you
shared.
for holding it done.
Oh yeah, I
You're
just shared
you're
two of my favorite plays, two of my big dogs on the board. A little OU and Georgia Tech, and we might put that in a money line parlay. Kobe, any thoughts there?
oh, we're seeing eye to eye here. Georgia Tech getting what's that number right now? Be,
It's at 10 still. It's still at 10.
Yeah, I'll take that. I think they're going to be able to score enough against Louisville's defense to stay within that. And it wouldn't even like I have Louisville in the ACC championship, but it wouldn't shock me. I think Georgia Tech's that talented where they could, if Louisville lays a dud with Notre Dame on deck. Now the only
Mm-hmm.
thing is Louisville's coming off a bye, but Georgia Tech I think can stay within that number. I really like what they have at the skill positions. The skill position players there. So still surprised they lost to Syracuse a couple weeks ago, but I still think they stay within that number.
Mm-hmm.
And the Oklahoma game, I really feel good about it, mainly because, well, they hardly ever lose at home. Like I feel like you look like the past 20 years of Oklahoma games at home. Kansas State's like the only team that has success in Norman. Um, And then you add in the fact that Venables has worked with Heupel for so long, so I feel like you're gonna know what he recruited him, and then he worked with him on the Oklahoma staff for like almost 10 years. I feel like he's gonna know. I always, whenever that happens, I tend to like the defensive side of the matchup there, and Venables, obviously a defensive coach, so. I'm with you. And another thing is Nico's never had a road start, and you're going into Oklahoma
Norman.
Memorial. Yeah, good luck. I
And I
am
mean,
concerned a little bit about their
we
offense.
faded Heupel in this spot before. We faded him in this spot against Florida. And that
Last
was
year.
Graham
Yeah,
Mertz. We
yeah,
faded him in this spot against South Carolina.
that's
Like
right.
that, like he's gone on the road and gone to semi-competent teams and really taken the L. And I think this is one of those spots again.
Yeah, I'm with you. Let's little parlay action, little two step.
Yeah.
Georgia Tech, Buzz, Sting, and Boomer Sooner. I was gonna ask you once I realized our audio was completely detonated over here, but Arkansas State's getting 21 against Iowa State. I have a theory that Iowa State should never be favored by that much in any
It's
game
Rocco.
ever.
What's like
Yeah.
here? What's with you and the hate against Iowa State now?
No,
It's
I love
Rocco.
Iowa State, but they can't win by that much. A perfect example would be week 1 against North Dakota when it was 21-3, right? They just don't win. Look at Matt Campbell's entire run. I'd say like there's like you could find like 1 or 2 games where they won, especially against FBS competition, where they won by like double digits. Every fucking game is it's hard to find ones where they win by 20. Like you might find like a 10-point win, a 13-point win, but we're catching 21 points at Arkansas State. Give me that.
So this
Give
is
me
the
that.
same Arkansas State that won by 3 against Central Arkansas and won by 4 against Tulsa.
Yes, but Arkansas State covered against Michigan. They can cover against fucking Iowa State.
Are you willing to lock battle this, sir?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Let's
I'm rocking with Rocco. You're
Uh,
crazy. I'm with Rocco.
Have
The chat's
fun.
with Rocco too.
Well, the chat also. I mean, what does the chat know over here? They're sitting over here, guys. I come in this morning. This guy's fucking got the blues because App State didn't cover.
Oh no, the App State loss was pretty bad.
It was bad, but that
The
happens
App
when you gamble. All right, we
Yeah,
got
man.
a battle of names. Let's go. Terrell on Iowa State. I'm on Arkansas State. And yeah, I mean, look, it's not fun to back Butch Jones, but he will cover this. And Jerry Davis is right. They should have lost to Central Arkansas. But here's the thing: Central Arkansas would cover 21 against Iowa State too.
All right, man. You're just not a believer in Rocco. It's crazy, but like, look at what. Hey, we could say Matt Campbell. Is he a quarterback whisperer? Brock Purdy, like, is this a quarterback whisperer? Rocco's looking good. Like, come on, Rocco. At some point, you're gonna join the Rocco Beck train, and I'm gonna play the Benedict song for sure, 100%. You're gonna join the Rocco Beck train before the end of the year. That is my big call for this season. You are gonna be so like in love with Rocco Beck by the end of the year.
Perhaps. Look, the chat thinks I'm drunk. I am sober. Last night I consumed. Last night I had vodka.
Consumed while watching that that Wazoo game.
Oh yeah, man. While I watched that Washington State game, just poured myself a few cocktails and sat back and watched a hell of a football game. How do you feel about Memphis off a huge win? You know, Florida State had paid them $1.6 million to come down there to Tallahassee. Now they head to Annapolis to take on the Navy midshipmen. Line I think is like fluctuating back between 9 and 10. I'm definitely taking the points. This was a 4-point game.
This is borderline lock. Take the points here. This is not only a great letdown spot, but you're going into the triple option. What you didn't get the full. I mean, you didn't even really get the full week to prepare. You were partying because you beat Florida State and you got that 1.6 million. Like this is an ultimate letdown spot. If they win this game, they're only winning it by 3.
Yeah, it was a 4-point game a year ago at Memphis. So you're telling me they can't stay within that number?
Yeah.
I'm with you. And I hadn't bet that yet until right now. Midshipman plus the
That's
points.
a sneaky game on the slate. That's a very, very sneaky game on the slate. Because I
That's-
think the midshipman can win outright.
Well, that's what's so great about this 12-team playoff is like that game really matters now.
Mhm.
Before you're just sitting there like, I don't know. But
And I think
really
that's why
matters.
I'm not selling myself on an outright win, because Memphis really, really does need to at least win the game. But at the very least, Navy first half.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good angle too. USC Michigan. What are you doing here, man?
I feel like Michigan is going to screw all of us today, but I can't bet Michigan. I can't.
I can't either. I can't.
I can't.
I'm taking you. I already bet USC, and I got.
I'm just not going to bet
too.
this
I think
game.
I got 4.5.
I'm just not going to bet it. I have a feeling. I have a sneaky feeling that Michigan is going to do something weird, but I can't bet. I can't do it. I can't do it. Miller Moss and USC look good. They look really good.
The defense looks very improved. D'Anton Lynn coming in and doing a great job. Like to me, adding a little toughness to that defense, a little attitude.
Mhm.
All right, I gotta play.
You know the run is coming. Just stack the box and stop it. It. You know the run is coming.
I got one that's plus 430. Buffalo's going to upset Northern Illinois today, huh? You've had 2 weeks of party, and I saw and I saw Thomas Hammock on the fucking like I don't know, Good Morning America, one of these shows. Like you've been you can't tell me there's a human element. You can't tell me you're practicing as hard as you were 2 weeks ago. And Buffalo with Pete Lembo just beat UMass 34-3 last week. Watch out for these Bulls in the Cobb. They're getting like 13 points. So I'm telling you, like that it's worth. If you know anything about Maction games, aside from Kent State, these
They're
games
crazy.
are normally always
They're
like field goal games. You know,
if this game was on
games.
if this was on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I'd tell you Buffalo's probably going to win outright. And like I would say, this is probably like the biggest bet you should play. Like if this was a week game, Buffalo would 100% randomly win this game in the middle of the week by like 10. They still probably you got to play it. It's a 13 and a half in a matching game is a lot of points.
This is a 6-point game a year ago. That's a Maction game. Every game is within that number. I feel like Buffalo heading into DeKalb, Northern Illinois ranked. It's a good spot, man. It's just a good spot. Miami, Ohio, though, in that same vein, Miami, Ohio is catching 28 at Notre Dame. Miami, Ohio's head coach Chuck Martin was previously the offensive coordinator at Notre Dame under Brian Kelly. I think that might have been a year or two before Marcus Freeman was on the staff, or maybe 3 or 4 years before Marcus Freeman was on the staff. But some familiarity there, as he obviously had, they had both worked under Brian Kelly for a while. You taking the Irish laying 28?
I feel like you got to. They're not gonna look past the MAC team twice in a row. NIU messed up by beating them, and so now they're gonna 100% take Miami.
I just can't
Ohio
lay
serious.
28. Like I know Notre Dame for some reason last week is Purdue that, but I just can't lay 28 with Notre Dame's offense. It's too big of a number. Miami, Ohio won the MAC last year. I think they're good enough to stay within that number. And the fact that Chuck Martin returning to Notre Dame, it's just a little bit too much meat on the bone for me. Give me the points. I think you're right though, as far as like, I don't think there's any chance Miami, Ohio wins this thing, but,
check it live, watch it live. Hey, maybe you get an early score, you get a lower number on Notre Dame, but I just have to think that Notre Dame's going to win at the very least by 2 touchdowns. Like they're not looking past this team. They just got set on their home floor the last time they played a MAC team. There's no way they look past them.
Yeah.
It's the bet that you don't want to make, but you probably should make.
I don't know. I just can't give 28 away. I think like give me I'll lay Like they'll win by 20, 16, 14, something like that. But I got one for you though. And talking about laying a lot of points, LSU
You
will
got to do it.
cover with a 21 against UCLA.
You got to do it. UCLA is really bad, man. Like not one game looks good.
I think you can find 20.5 out there if you use multiple books. It's out there. Battle in the desert, Arizona State, Texas Tech. Arizona State looking like the greatest team that's ever hit planet Earth. They're catching 3.5 in the desert. I'm on Texas Tech, man. What are you doing here?
3.5. I sound like Patty C. That hook, they're beating you with that hook. I feel like Patty C here. Yeah. I guess they are trying to bait me with the hook. I guess I'll take the hook and take Texas. It's a back-to-back road game. That's a really tough spot.
Exactly.
That's a really tough spot. I guess. I don't like it though, because I, for one, am not impressed by anything Texas Tech has done.
Well, I'm buying into your boys this week. Am I a fool? Virginia Tech.
Actually, wait. I lied. No, give me Arizona State. Wazoo just lost that game last night. Texas Tech really isn't that good.
No, Wazoo won, buddy.
They should have lost. They should have lost.
You went to sleep, didn't you?
They should have lost. I had 13.5, so I won. I had 13.5, so I won. But yes, no. Wazoo should have lost that game last night. They should have lost that game last night.
Absolutely insane. Why throw the ball after you've already got an interception in overtime? Just run the ball 3 times and kick the field goal. Your kicker made like a 54-yarder to get it to overtime.
It's nothing but greed and bad coaching. That's it. Just greed and bad. That was pure greed.
At least when they interviewed Dickert right after the game, which by the way, shout out to the Wazoo fans who stormed the field. When they interviewed, look. A lot of Twitter was shitting on Washington State fans for doing that. No, after the year they've had, I'm gonna say storm. You got left behind. Storm whatever the fuck you're on national television.
They were just mad because they couldn't storm last week. They saved it from last week, and they were just like, "All right, I know that this was close, but we're rolling last week over onto this week. That's why we're storming."
Well, they interviewed Dickert though, and he goes, "I coached a horrible game today." He's like, "Kenny Montello out coached me. Players backed me up." So I did appreciate the honesty there, saying, "Hey, I'm a fucking idiot," basically.
And then they come out the next overtime and don't throw the ball once and run the ball all the way to the end zone. Do that the first time and it's over.
That game, yeah, exactly. That game was absolutely insane, folks. If you missed that one, you got to watch that one on repeat there. Virginia Tech has 20 starters back. Last season, Rutgers averaged 7.4 yards a rush against the Hokies. That was in Piscataway. Now they got to go into Lane Stadium, enter Sandman, all that shit. I think
you're insane. I'm already just gonna go ahead and say you're insane. You're insane.
I'm taking Virginia Tech.
Oh, okay. You're not as crazy as I thought you were.
You thought.
I feel like you bidded at that. I feel like you were on Rutgers
in the preseason. In the preseason, I was, but I thought the Greek pellet gun. I never know how to pronounce his name. The quarterback of Rutgers, who wears the fucking Emmitt Smith face mask, or the classic running back with the 2 lines down. First off, from the start, I question every offensive coach, because putting 2 bars in front of your eyes when you're a fucking quarterback is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Unless you're running the triple, if you're running the triple, I'd make the exception. But no. Virginia Tech also returning 20 starters. They remember this, and it's bulletin board material saying they got 7.4 yards of rush last year against you. You're gonna let them do that again? They're questioning your manhood, all that shit like that. And yeah, I think the Hokies put it on. And when I say put it on, I think they win by like 7. But I think they're in control of the game the entire time. I'm with you. I think it's a good bet spot.
Dog, you don't just walk in. You don't just walk in Plattsburgh and get a win. Especially get this Big Ten bullshit up out of here. Doesn't nobody care? This is about a rocking home field environment. By the way, Big Ten teams have come in here and lost before. Hi, looking at you, Ohio State. Yeah, They've come in here and
Actually, that was
taken
in
L's.
Columbus. That was in Columbus.
Even worse.
Yeah.
Even worse.
But they have lost before, I'm
Virginia
sure.
Tech is so getting
Nebraska
this
lost
done.
there. Yeah.
This is not the
Uh,
homer, and guess what? I'm not the homer Virginia Tech fan of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm not. If I'm telling you bet them, it means actually really bet them. You got to bet Virginia Tech today. Like this
yeah.
is yeah. This is what I think they win by 10. I think if you can please, you know how they have teaser and you bring it
Oh yeah.
down and pleaser, bring it up. If you could please this up 6 points, I think they still cover. I don't think Rutgers is going to be able to score in lane today.
What do you think about Chris Crank's statement that Marshall upsets Ohio State? 41 point
Hey
dogs.
man, Chris Crank, we gonna get you a shirt if it comes through. That'd be amazing. I don't hate it because I don't like Will Howard, and I think that the day is just waiting that Will Howard is going to blow a game for them, and they're going to realize that the quarterback situation isn't too much more different than what they had. But I mean, we'll see. Ryan Day's coaching for his job. He can't lose to anybody.
Yeah, sorry. Look, I love Marshall, but they're not going to win that game. I'll
Yeah.
take the 40.5 though. Utah, Oklahoma State.
Oh, that's the perfect question of the day. Thank you for finally getting to this game.
I think Cam Rising's playing. I know some people that
The last thing that was out there said he was playing.
Well, and I know a couple like the beat writers that I messaged. They said like, "Hey, he practiced." I don't know, but
game
Winningham
time.
loves to do this shit. He's like Belichick, where it's like you don't really know, but I think he's playing.
So it says Cam Rising is now a game. This is 2 hours ago at 9:34 a.m. If anybody Eastern time, if anybody want to know. Dang, 9:34 a.m. in Utah at Eastern time. They was up early. All right. I'm sorry. This is what happens on my show. I get distracted by the little things. All right. Rising is now a game time decision after having been previously described as probable by Kyle Winningham. If Rising does play, unlikely to be at 100% due to his finger affecting his ability to spin the ball. Isaac Wilson was 20 for 33 to blah, 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 blah.
Utah's going to win this game.
Dog, that defense is going to be all over OK State. I don't think Ollie Gordon. What's Ollie Gordon's rushing prop? Where's underdog? What's Ollie Gordon rushing yards? Take the lower.
Yeah, let me see if I can find that for you.
I think they're going to bundle him up today. I don't think he's going to have that crazy big rushing game. And if they make out Alan Bowman a passer, I think that Utah is going to throw some looks at him and really, really rattle him. That's a really good defense with a great scheme in their first Big 12 game, trying to make a statement. Hey, we're here. We're trying to win this conference. Nothing changes just because we switch conferences. We still plan on winning out everything. So I'm all over. This is one of my favorite plays of the day. And the only thing that does annoy me is the fact that we don't know the health of Cam Rising. Because if Cam Rising was playing, this should be 3-4. This should be 3.
Shit on purpose, man. Like the guy fell out of fucking water cooler or whatever. Okay, I just don't buy into him really being injured here. But they've always done this shit. Where the hell is this game? I'm trying to find that rushing prop for you.
Lower 82.5.
Okay.
Lower 82.5.
I like
is there,
I like it.
Dang, I wish they had a Bowman. Oh, they do have a Bowman interception, but it's 1.7 higher. Dang.
Cracky the Cocaine Bear brings up a good point. Ashton Jeanty is taking on Portland State, who's fresh off of whooping cough.
Ooh.
They canceled a game last week because of whooping cough. Have we considered the fact Ashton Jeanty breaks the single game rushing record today, which I believe is that still LaDainian Tomlinson's 405 yards? Because if so, yes, I think he will. As long as they keep him in the game that long. But yeah, I think
427 yards by Samaje Perine.
Oh, that's right. He beat the Tomlinson record. Wow. That's 425 is tough, man.
Hey, this is also your sign, by the way. The fact that Samaje Perine got a reference on this show this weekend, that is your sign that you need to bet Samaje Perine anytime touchdown for the Chiefs this weekend.
There we go.
Like that is 100% a sign right there. I've been talking about Samaje Perine all week, and the fact that we made him a reference in this show today, 100% betting him this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, that's a sneaky one because I wonder who that was against. I'm trying to think who that was against, but
Let's see. I don't
um,
remember.
I got a lock for you, and you're
All
not
right.
gonna like it. You're not gonna like it, I don't think. But Duke is laying 14 or 14 and a half at Middle Tennessee. Middle Tennessee, I believe, is a bottom 5 team in the FBS. Look, I've been sharp on Middle Tennessee. Let me give you an example. I had Tennessee Tech plus 26 game 1.
It
Tennessee
was
Tech's a
Kansas.
bat. Oh damn too against a Power 5. Tennessee Tech only lost by 7. That was like a 3-point game in the fourth quarter, right?
Mhm.
So nailed that. Then I laid the points with Ole Miss against Middle Tennessee. I think it was like 42. They won 52-3. And then last week I nailed 100 miles of hate. I took Western Kentucky -7 and they won 49-21. I am 3-0 betting Middle Tennessee State. And let me tell you, I am making it 4-0 because Duke -14 or 14.5, even if that hook's there. Because I think I see the hook on a lot of books right now. I think there is 114 out there though. But who gives a shit? You're gonna win. I know Duke's undefeated, but it's like a phony undefeated. I just don't think Middle Tennessee is going to be able to score that much here. Give me like a 31-10 final. Duke gets it done. You coming with?
Yeah, Tennessee sucks. I don't think Duke is all that, but
I don't think they're
what
all that either.
did Duke play last week?
Yes. And we took UConn plus 17. They covered. Duke won 26-21 against UConn.
Where's Manny Diaz's bye at? That's the play. That's where I fade Diaz when
It's
he's
next
coming
week
off of
against
the bye.
Carolina.
Oh, he has a bye next week.
No. They have North Carolina. But Mac Brown did fire him. So little juice there.
Yeah. Just remember that nugget. Manny Diaz coming off of the bye. Whenever his bye is coming off of the bye, he's pretty bad.
TCU, SMU, Battle of the Iron Skillet. TCU's laying 2. 1.5. All that shit's out there. I'm gonna take TCU to get it done, but staying away. I'm actually not betting this game. Just want to watch it. What are you doing here?
SMU just looks pretty bad, man. Who won the last one?
TCU. They stole their coach Sonny Dykes. They won by 17 a year ago, and I think this TCU team this year is better than last year's team. So now you can say SMU's better than last year's team too, from a roster, from a buying standpoint, 100%. But I think TCU wins this game. But like I said, I don't have strong conviction on it. It's a notable game.
Yeah, I'd say TCU, but I don't really like it. Just because I think SMU sucks, but I don't think TCU is that good either.
Florida State's laying 3 against Cal. What? Why?
I mean, in theory, Florida State has to win eventually. It's just, am I going to be the one backing it? Probably not.
No, I have to take Cal. Florida State, they haven't even had the lead at home yet. At any point in the season.
I mean, they're going to win a game. At some point, they're going to win a game.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't
do it either.
Yeah.
I can't do it. East Carolina's catching 7.5 or 8 at Liberty. This is just money line. Let's go. See you at the winner's circle.
Really?
Dude, Liberty's look like shit this year. They're 3-0, but they're a phony 3-0. A 17-point win against an FCS that was a closer game too. They scored late. A 6-point win against a New Mexico State team that lost by 48 the next week to Fresno. An 18-point win against UTEP, who lost to an FCS in Southern Utah the week before. They're just not there. And meanwhile, my Pirates blew a 16-point lead against App State. You filthy fucking losers. This is a revenge game. Let's get it done. and it's an important game for ECU. It's like this is like their Super Bowl to me because when I look at the remaining schedule, like you have to get this game. You have to get this game.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I can't wait to watch it. Give me the Pirates. It seems like you're on Liberty over there.
Any concern for ECU's star corner, the one that
Yeah.
was the second best talent in the
Uh,
draft?
a lot of concern, but not against Liberty probably because Liberty kind of like they do that speed option shit.
Yeah,
I think
but
I'm concerned when we play like who's on the schedule that runs crazy. Like maybe UTSA next week, maybe Tulsa. Yeah, we're gonna lose that Tulsa. That's gonna be the one. Anyone's that North Texas, they throw the shit out of the ball. But yeah, I mean that was a killer injury. Killer injury. He had a pick six
yeah,
last week too. So
I don't think you're making a big deal of that, as you probably should.
going with a Virginia school again. Going with a. How about this one?
I
Diego
just,
pissing Pavia.
it's 7.5 now. Like, if this was 10, okay, I get it. It's 7.5. Like like Patty C says, they're baiting you with the hook. Take liberty.
Mm-mm-mm. Diego pissing Pavia is going to piss all over Faro Field today in Columbia, Missouri. When I see 19 points, look, I know he lost to Georgia State last week, which by the way he rallied and took the lead. Vanderbilt's shitty ass defense couldn't do anything. But let me tell you, as a dog, he is like a fucking. He's a wizard at this thing. I mean, look, the Liberty game last season, the first one, heavy dog, they cover, right? The Auburn game, heavy dog, they win outright, right? Heavy dog against Virginia Tech, they win outright. I mean, that like there's a track record of this. Go look. There's a few other ones from last season too. I got Vanderbilt.
And then there's
covering this game. I think they're going to make it a game. I know that their corners are going to get destroyed by Luther Burden and Theo Weiss and everybody, but I still think Clark Lee will simplify the game for them.
Yeah, I'm just not sold on Mizzou laying this many points. Like they just, especially in conference and top tier competition. Like I get we thought Mizzou was really like, look a lot better coming into the season and they're ranked 7 in preseason standings still. But I mean, I they played Murray State, they played Buffalo, and then BC kept it a
BC
6-point
covered.
game. Yeah, like
Yeah.
BC
Yeah.
covered. I don't think that the Buffalo or the Murray State game really says anything. So, yeah, I'm taking Vandy here. Diego Pispavia has been able to cover big spreads, as you said, so he makes this at least a one possession game.
Let's go. Let's go. Miami is going into Tampa. Take on South Florida. Miami's laying 17.5 or 17 shop around. Man, I told NC Nick this because I know NC Nick's big on South Florida. This is one where I said, I believe on our pick show on Wednesday night or Tuesday night, I said at the time it was 16. I go, if it gets to 17.5, I'd take South Florida, but no wager placed here. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna take South Florida because of the little brother angle, but I just can't. I can't get there right now. I and Cristobal probably can coach himself out of a cover.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that Cristobal game. When is that? Could this be it?
I mean, it could be this. It could be a game that matters a little bit more. At some point, he's going to do it. It's just trying to figure out which game it's going to be.
Yeah, Virginia Tech next week, maybe. Another big one: Iowa, Minnesota. Minnesota won on some bullshit last year. That was the first win for PJ Fleck against Kirk Ferentz in like eight tries. Remember, folks, Cooper DeJean returned a punt for a touchdown. And they called they called a bullshit like that that he called for a fair catch, even though he was waving his guy out of the way. But Iowa is going to head into Minneapolis and cover the 2.5. What are you doing here?
I'm nervous about it, but I'll take Iowa.
Well, every
I'm
game's gonna
nervous
be
about
like
it.
by 3 points.
I think I'm gonna take what's Iowa's money line price? I think you should lay 137. I think you should rather lay that. Well, 135. I
Yeah,
think you should lay the 135 and take the money line. There's a possibility Iowa wins this game by one.
always, always.
I think that's a legit possibility here.
Michigan State, Boston College. Michigan State undefeated. Boston College looking pretty damn good with Billy O'Brien. It is the Wells game. For Wells, who tragically passed away in 9/11. BC's laying 5. Michigan State, Aiden Childs, Jonathan Smith, underrated.
They're 3-0.
I struggle with this one,
They're
man.
3-0.
Yeah, I ended up taking BC, but there's no bet here. I'm kind of fascinated by watching this game, but any strong play here?
Is this the defense that finally gets to Tommy Boy?
It could be, because Joe Rossi's a very good defensive coordinator.
I mean, we've seen him look bad, and when he's looked bad, this is laying 4 or 5 here is too much. And this could be the defense that makes him look bad again. It's just the fact that I don't think he's looked bad this season at all. But it's like I know that's in there in him. Like I know deep down there's a little voice in his head that's saying, throw a pick, throw a pick, throw a pick. I'm taking Michigan State. Give me the 5.
There we go. There we go. Baylor, Colorado in Boulder. Buffs laying 1. Baylor's got 2 different quarterbacks, DeQuan Finn, Sawyer Robertson.
Did you Benedict this game?
No, I'm on my Buffs, man. I think Colorado lost in all this stuff. Colorado's defense is actually decent this year. It's actually defense. It's the O-line that's the question mark. The defense is actually playing decent. And also Travis Hunter, give him the goddamn Heisman now. I don't understand that stupid fucking award because it's supposed to be for the best player in college football. Travis Hunter is doing shit. Look, with all due respect to Chris Gamble and Champ Bailey and Charles Woodson, who I'm a fan of all of them. They never played this many snaps on offense, right? And this many snaps in the entire game. What Travis Hunter is doing is some shit that hasn't happened since like the 1930s or 40s. Give the guy and he's really good at both sides.
It's because Colorado's not good. If Colorado was good, he'd be up there. But it's the fact that they're not good.
I don't care. Like this is something that like you tell your grandkids about. It's like I watch fucking Travis Hunter. You know what I mean? Like
I'm with you. I agree.
Give the guy the Heisman already. Where are you going? It sounds like you're going Baylor here.
I mean, how many points do you think Colorado was able to score on Baylor? Do you think this is one of? I mean, they got into a shootout with TCU, and so if you think it goes and it's a shootout and there's no Baylor defense at all, then yeah, I agree with you. I'll go Colorado. But if you think Baylor's defense is going to get to Shedeur Sanders, why is this any different than any other Colorado game that we watch?
Luke brings up a good point, and this actually I think really favors Baylor. I can't talk Baylor. It's supposed to rain.
Yeah, I'm taking
Colorado
Baylor.
Can't run
at all.
I'm still taking my Buffs. But I just hope this is why you practice the run, Prime. All right.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And I think Dallin Hayden is questionable. I think I saw that somewhere. That Dallin Hayden was questionable for the day. So they're already down a running back. Yeah, I'm taking Baylor. I'm sorry, Kobe.
Buffs find a way. All right. Put Travis Hunter at running back. All right.
Might as well. He's doing everything else.
Why not? Look, Charlie offered to walk on and everything. Great story. Just put the ball.
No, Dallin Hayden is out. Officially out, by the way, 2 hours ago. Dallin Hayden's out. So they're down a running back. It's going to be Offerdahl at the main running back spot.
See, that's basically having me back there. All right. Look, and that's what I'm saying. Give the ball to Travis Hunter. Put him at fucking running back. I actually don't think I'm being ridiculous right now. Like if the game is in the rain,
Kobe, you're still about to take Colorado after hearing that.
You're
not Benedicting this.
Buffs. I got to back my Buffs. Dave
You're just not trying to
Aranda.
bend it because you don't want to give out another $50 gift card. That's what it is. That's what it
You
is.
think
He
I'm
just
that
doesn't want to
cheap?
give
You
out
think I'm
another gift
that
card.
cheap?
He just doesn't want to give out another gift card. You should be. You should be on. There's no reason to take the Buffs here now.
Well, no, I grew up a Buffs fan, so I mean, I can't. You know, what I mean, I can't take Baylor. All right, they got fucking with their blood money, with their all that shit. They had Ken Starr as their fucking school president at one point. You know what I mean? Just I can't get on board. I do have a live dog for you though.
Okay.
BYU is going to beat Kansas State tonight.
100%.
Kansas State has Oklahoma State on deck. They're going into the Super Soaker. It ain't gonna happen. Kalani Sitake. I know it sounds like an appetizer at a Japanese restaurant, but I'm telling you, the man can coach. Everyone wanted to fire him because he had a tough year last year. Watch out. Kalani Sitake's got these Cougs playing good ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's a game also going on midnight your time. Northern Iowa.
Oh my gosh,
Hawaii.
I can't do these late games anymore.
Yeah, you wake up tomorrow. You covered with the San Jose State one. Maybe you can cover with this one when you wake up tomorrow morning. I'm going to take Hawaii minus the 7 or 7.5 against Northern Iowa. The Panthers on
it's
the
at
island.
9, sir. It's at 9, sir. Yes, this is the Saturday morning pregame show. If you forgot, we get the worst part of the lines. You have to pick it at 9, sir. You're not picking this from earlier in the week.
I'm still taking Hawaii because you know it's a hard ticket.
Yeah.
And you know we're going to be betting that game because it's the final game on the slate. Other games I like. Well, I guess we got to give away a parlay, but Georgia Southern. Give me Georgia Southern. Give me the over on Georgia Southern Ole Miss. And I also think Southern is going to cover. But I think we covered all the bigger games. Just trying to make sure I didn't skip anything with that snafu I had. Auburn, Arkansas, Taylor Green and Arkansas win outright.
Oh yes, I'm with you. Lock it up.
Let's go. I like
it's like
this
a
guy.
CERN. Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to Terrell
Hey,
for making
no.
these clowns
So
use real
Kobe
lines.
so Kobe and NC Nick go on Tally site, our pick site, and they pick games like a month in advance, and they have these like they got the line, they get the line, but then they go out here using the line that they got a month ago, and I'm like, wait, I've never seen this line before.
No.
It's
Look,
so
that was
frustrating.
only for Texas, Michigan. Like
No,
they released 10 games at the beginning of the year. 10 games. They call them like there's some fucking promotion behind it, and they dropped that shit in like June or July, and we even did a fucking show about it on this fucking platform. So with Texas, Michigan, I just thought all year that Texas was going to beat Michigan. Now besides that, we're using lines of the week. You know, like when I build the fucking graphics for the lines on the pick show, that is from that morning. So I don't know what else to fucking tell you.
Hey, Kobe on the pick sheet. I want you to hear everybody's pick for the OU game. OU +7, OU +7.5, OU +6.5, OU +7.5, OU +7. Tennessee. Who is this taking Tennessee? And then here goes Kobe with an OU +13.5.
But that's on Tally site. If you go to our picks page, you get right. Like if you go to our like our picks episode, we used the 7-point spread. My point is like they did the 10 game special or whatever the fuck they did back in July. Of course, we did an episode. We picked the fucking games that way. I mean, what's the point of that? What's the point of them doing that? They take the 10 best games of the season. We then pick that.
I like getting Kobe's blood boiled. But no, I just thought it was hilarious because I was looking at the picks page earlier because I was like, man, I wonder how they felt on this game. And I look and I see, OU +13. What?
It's the same with Texas,
how did
Michigan.
You get this? How did you get this?
What the fuck is the point of me doing it? And I'll even change it for it. But if you go listen to the pick show, it's at 7. But the point is that when we dropped an episode about this 6 weeks ago or whatever, 8 weeks ago, then we covered all the early look ahead games. That includes the fucking Iron Bowl. That includes Ohio State, Michigan. That includes all the bigger games. So what's the point of that fucking episode? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's a
no.
point
I
of us
feel it.
doing it. Yeah.
I feel
This
it.
fucking
No,
guy
you should.
over here.
Hey, Kramer goes and touts when Kramer gets even a half point of CLV. He is touting. You should 100% tout. No, I promise you, Kobe. Nobody else has an OU plus 13 at half ticket that they're sweating, unless this is a teaser. Nobody else has that ticket.
Yeah.
You're
I mean, you
you're
have
the
to.
GOAT.
I don't
You're
even
the
have
GOAT.
that.
And
ticket.
guess what? You're not even
No,
gonna
I
meet
don't
those
even
points.
have that actual ticket. I don't even have that actual ticket. That's just from the episode.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I didn't actually bet that. I didn't actually. I have a 7. I have a 7 right now.
Yeah,
But that's it. Yeah. My point.
Good. And I mean the Hawaii. I mean it only moved a line and a half. If he covers 7.5, he's probably gonna cover the 9 too.
Yeah. Anyway, NF can go fuck himself. All right. That's what I say. All right. But on the Wednesday show or on today, which by the way, fuck off. Northern Iowa has a 7.5 out right now. So if you're Swift, get on over there. If you're, I'm assuming you're on Hawaii, but anyway.
Oh yeah, I play Hawaii.
Yeah. Anyway, what else we got?
You gotta come to the island this late. That's late. That's 12. That's 12. Illinois.
One of 2 FCSs playing on the island.
It's like 11 o'clock their time.
Parlay. Let's fire. We got to go.
BYU. Let's do a round
BYU
robin.
money line.
Money line round robin. BYU, Oklahoma, Georgia Tech.
BYU, Oklahoma, Georgia Tech. I can't get on board with Georgia Tech on the money line.
What?
Because I have a Louisville future to win.
You're gonna take a 10-point dog and not sprinkle on the money line?
Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm with you on the other 2. BYU, Oklahoma. What about BYU, Oklahoma, and all right. I mean, I guess Buffalo. It's Buffalo.
What? So you rather take Buffalo than Georgia Tech?
Arkansas, then Arkansas.
Okay. What? Arkansas is kind of a baby dog. Can we find? Wait, let's see if we can
Navy.
find something
Navy.
better. Okay. Navy.
All right. Navy, Oklahoma, BYU, money line. Let's go. All right.
Wow.
I'll see you tonight. Appreciate you holding it down when we had the technical difficulties.
For sure. I might pop in tonight too. We'll see. I don't know. If I'm not out, I might pop in.
We'll see how the day goes. Folks, appreciate you tuning in. YouTube.com/The College Experience. Tonight, reaction show, probably around 9:00 Pacific. Expect shit talking. All right, because it's gonna happen when ECU wins. That's the other one. Add ECU into that money line. I know you went with Liberty, but there you go. Till next time, folks. This is the College Football Experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.